Dylan Sally,
next one.
long time, first time. Love all the fighter jet talk on the pod. I'm currently in Navy flight school learning to fly fighter jets. While I love my job, the location is terrible. I've been living in Kingsville, Texas, 3.5 hours south of Austin and 1 hour outside Corpus Christi for almost a year. Living in the middle of nowhere has an adverse effect on my dating life. There are 0 young professional women here and very few in Corpus. I have my Hinge location set to San Antonio and Austin, but a 3-hour drive is tough to manage when starting a relationship. I'm hoping to finish training in the next 6 months and we'll be moving across the country. What's the move here? Am I better off just waiting until my next location?
Dude, shouts to our fighter jet pilot listener, man. I'm on record saying that that's the hottest guy job on the planet.
Yeah.
I don't know what's even in competition for second place.
I don't
he also, when he wrote in, he also dropped his Instagram handle, and I looked him up. This guy's gonna have he's not gonna have any trouble at all with the ladies. I promise you that.
Should we drop his handle on the podcast so he can meet a backer?
Approval. Only if he has approval.
Yeah, I don't. He has private, but you can still get an idea what the dude looks like. I better not do it. I don't know.
San Diego. I need to get moved to San
Okay,
Diego
I will say my uncle's a fighter pilot, and I'm pretty sure was stationed in Kingsville for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Maybe during school or right after. Because I remember my aunt and uncle living there. And yeah, my uncle's he's not my blood uncle. He's married to my aunt, who's my mom's sister.
Yeah.
He's a good-looking dude.
He's a good well, would you agree?
He's a good-looking dude.
Yeah, he's a good-looking dude.
Yep.
I mean, and it's
being
very
around
hot that he's a pilot.
I feel tougher because I'm with this fighter pilot, right?
It's so hot. I mean, if you're talking to a girl and she has no idea what you do for a living, she asks you, how excited are you to answer that question?
You're just begging.
Actually.
But like fighter pilot, I mean, pilot's hot, but like fighter pilot versus like pilot Pete. Loser.
Come on. The suit and the call name in the fact that you're flying a jet that's with missiles on it. Like, come on.
No problem. Like, come to an Austin when COVID's not existing and just tell people that you're a fighter pilot.
Yeah.
Like,
if Kingsville is 3.5 hours south of Austin, then it's probably 2 hours outside of San Antonio. That's not like so far to start dating someone. You can start now, but in 6 months, if you're moving to a better location, that's not so far away. This guy's worrying over nothing. He's doing just fine.
Yeah.
As somebody who used to live in a very small town and had a very limited dating pool, and like there are a lot of people that could be people, but like it's weird with histories with people with whatever reason it may be that things are off limits and you have no options. Like you just kind of have to bide your time and hope that it passes, and you can just get through it. And like it'll happen eventually. You'll meet somebody, I'm sure, but like. Yeah, you don't put too much pressure on yourself, especially if you have only 6 months left in this place.
Right.
Like, in anything, embrace the slob life and just like embrace the single life when you can go around your apartment not having to worry about anything.
It's obviously not a great time to be dating anyway. So these months are going to be wasted regardless, even if you're in a target-rich environment. So just be patient.
Right.
Things are going to look up for you, man.
Don't put pressure on yourself and don't feel like you have to have some sort of plan to like date somebody. But also, I will say on the flip side, if you happen to meet somebody in the next 6 months, also don't try to put pressure on that there's like some big timeline because you're going to move. Like, I think people close themselves off to things because it's not in their set plan of like what their life is supposed to look like where they're going to move to or what their job they're going to have or what age they're at yet. Like, I just feel like sometimes you can't plan out falling in love, on the wings of love.
You shut up.
I was going to try to make some sort of pilot reference. It did not work, but
on the wings of love.
Isn't that a song? That's a song. Yes, because when Jake Pavelka was the Bachelor, he sucked, and they played On the Wings of Love like every single episode. Yeah, I think take it easy for 6 months. If you meet someone, great. If you don't, that's great too. You're going to be fine. It probably sucks to like not hang out with girls, but again, it's COVID. So like, are you really like flirting with people at a bar? Probably not,
Yeah. I think what motivated me to include this question was just that it's just ridiculous thinking about this guy, like not finding someone at some point. He's going to do all right.
Val
Dude.
Kilmer lookalike, just being like, "Oh shit, am I gonna f the girl?" Like, yeah, dude, you're going to.
Yeah.
You're
A, f-
walking through like one San Diego bar. Hello, like
a fighter pilot, man.
I know, tight. I wonder what his call sign is.
Something
No.
really cool, probably.
God.
Are we about to all date this dude?
Are we all just super H right now? Thinking
sir,
Dylan, what
Please
if-
DM me and tell me how old you are because I have some friends that I think would like date you for sure.
yeah, Dylan, like what if you just dropped to like his like Instagram and like the group text or something, you know?
Bill's like, I'm thinking about leaving my wife.
It's like, hey, King, you're only 3 hours south of me.
Oh my God.